You're listening to In My Humble Opinion.
Thank y'all for staying tuned. This is Ask Max. Now, y'all probably wondering,
Is that the new intro for the
why are
Ask
we
Max?
playing the questions? Because it's the questions when it's Ask Max time. But
that's all you,
We
brother.
talking about twerking, y'all.
That's
all you, brother.
As Max say, that's all you, brother.
But Ask Max, I'm gonna kick it over to you to say why we got this music playing right now, my sister, Queen Max.
Queen just
Look, let me disclose something real quick. Twerking anything, it's all airing, y'all.
I'm saying.
If something happening to
You see how she
you,
did that?
air it on it. If it's a
man.
new song, air it on it.
Razor, she got a good point. I didn't even think about it like
Hey.
that.
Air it on it.
Yes, it
What Dave Chappelle say? I plead the fifth.
Hey, look. Hey, Charles, the funny part be when Aaron be excited, he come on there like Chris Rock. Did you see what they said over there in Texas?
It was twerking.
No, but all right, so here we go to Ask Max, right?
Where do we
I
go
don't
from
know
here?
about the question first or the background first.
Question first.
Is it appropriate to be shaking ass over the top of people's food?
Oh, Lord. Miss Max. Razor must be rubbing off.
Hey,
Mac-
one bad apple spoiled the whole
Let me
flock.
provide the background. Excuse me.
Yeah, one more time for the people in the back.
So for those of you who aren't aware, there's a restaurant out in Texas where a group of black ladies, where, you know, they're having their dinner, I guess, and the restaurant was playing music. And they were dancing pretty much all over the man, disrespecting the owner's restaurant. So if you saw the video clip, you know, they was dancing on the walls, they was on the tables, I believe they was on the sofa. And so the owner approached them about it. And you've heard more about what he said to them than you have what they were doing that caused him to say it to them. But yeah, so he came out and, you know, he had some choice words and asked them to stop, right? So the question is whether or not, you know, is that an appropriate thing to be happening in someone's restaurant? Let's start there.
Why don't you tell us, Max?
You know, okay. So when I first heard about this, found a video and things like that, I initially thought it was funny, right? It thought about how I love my people, and this is why, like, we can't hear no beat without dancing.
Oh, like
it's
this
gonna
one?
happen,
Like this one?
right? It's gonna happen. It's in us. It's the way that we build. So you playing music and it's good music. We don't care where we are. How many people you done seen dancing in the middle of Walmart? How many people you done seen dancing standing on the sidewalk?
And let's see how many people pull over on 29 right now.
Hold on, wait a minute. I was just listening to Kirk Franklin, but I cannot control myself.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, no, where's Chucky Hayes when you need it?
What Tyler Perry said, I just can't control this hole inside me.
So it's gonna happen. He don't want it. He might need to think about stop playing music. I mean, it is what it is. You know, then the other part that was funny to me, right, is that he comes out and talks about how he created this respectable place for black people to be able to respect themselves and have a place of their own, and, you know, dignity and integrity, and in the same breath is cussing them out and telling them, you know, to get up out of here. And then what? The reason why I found that even more funny is that for some people, you have to include some expletives in what you say for them to understand it. It is what it is, right? So while we heard bleepity bleep bleep, majority of those women heard, please stop dancing in my restaurant.
That's right.
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Right? So that was my initial reaction. I'll tell you, you know, maybe what problems I had with the whole scenario later on. But yeah, that's what I was initially with it. Yeah.
Well, Let's go to our twerking correspondent.
He got to go first.
Mr. A.A. Ron Simmons.
Twerk Master Flex.
He got to go. Shea Butter himself.
Oh, y'all, I hate y'all.
Mr.
Man.
Stripper
God,
Man,
come on,
Man. You know I've been waiting on this.
So, the first time I saw it, right, because I always wanted background, Max, right? Because I'm just like, okay, this dude just get up and just say it. But remember, there's another video out there, Razor. He approached them 2 or 3 times prior to that.
That's the first one I saw.
Yeah, and in that video, you don't hear any music playing, but he's like, if you've ever been in a restaurant, if you've ever seen somebody like asking nicely, but almost like pleading, like, hey, could you ladies please stop such and such or whatever.
Get your feet off the stuff, y'all.
Please stop, like, please stop.
You can't do that when you're twerking.
And then there was a woman, the thing that I noticed is that there were ladies like on the other table that were eating.
Yeah.
If you've ever been in a restaurant and you see somebody like the what do you call it, the concierge having a conversation, you kind of know when it's going left a little bit because everybody's kind of raising their eyes like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on over there?
Yeah.
A minute after he did that, the girl, all you heard was, hey, 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 she's standing on the furniture. Which means to me.
But what you hear, Eric? Wait, what you hear?
What? What'd you say? Hey, hey, hey,
He put you right there. Hey, look, y'all, how many people's hands would have been there, y'all? That's my song. That's my song.
For those of y'all that need to know, BB&T and Wells Fargo, they give out the best singles pretty quickly too.
Yes, indeed.
But when I saw that immediately, and this is after conversation and looking at it, I was like, I ain't gonna lie, Reza, that girl did that out of spite.
Yeah. She wasn't gonna be told what she could do.
And that to me, I think, more that I watch it, and this is just speculation, I think that's the reason why his reaction was like that. Because he's like, okay, I already asked you. You got people around. I don't know what else you want me to do. And I've said, even to myself, I still don't know if I would have cursed at him. I would have been like, look, I'll pay for y'all meals, but y'all just got to go. Y'all just, you have to, you got to go. Because also the negative publicity he's getting, he wasn't going to win anyway, right? Neither way, he wasn't going to win. You know what I'm saying? But what's interesting is so many people getting out there saying, well, man, if that music was playing, you just got to twerk. I'm like, I don't, come on, y'all. It's like, something really?
That's almost, that goes along with when people drink, can't hold their liquor and then run their mouth and everybody try to blame it on the alcohol. You know what I'm saying? You
didn't have to say something.
That's how it is. You hear the music and everybody try to make justification for something like that. Now, me personally, Charles, I'm going to tell you right now, like, I'm very funny about stuff I consider my own, any of our businesses. And my wife can tell you, I will get out of pocket immediately. You know what I'm saying? We was working at the downtown mall doing something for Front Porch, and a dude took a potato chip bag and threw it around where my wife and one of our best friends was working. Like, instead of throwing it in the trash can, and she could tell you, like, I was ready to fight right then, right there. You know what I'm saying? Behind a 25-cent bag because the disrespect of what this represents my family. Period, point blank. This is my family business. This is what I blood, sweat, tears, sacrifice, everything for. So when you disrespect it, you're disrespecting every avenue of my family. And so I understood totally what he was saying. Now the only part that I say I wish he hadn't said was he grabbed a couple other restaurants and said, you want to do that? Go down the hill. Go down to there.
But like, you can't go to Prime and twerk. That's what he's saying.
He shouldn't have said. But he shouldn't have did that. You know what I'm saying?
He's saying you can go to Prime.
But that's prime business. You know what I'm saying? That's prime business. He ain't got to do that, man. You know what I'm saying?
You don't want the sisters to know they can go to Prime and twerk.
Don't say that, man. Just like if you got a problem with them, put them out your spot. You know what I'm saying? And let that be that. But that's the only problem I have.
Now, hold on now, because Charles is kind of quiet, okay?
At one point.
Yeah, so Charles is kind of quiet. But I was thinking, because I'm like, man, when he put them out, you know, now I want Charles to talk about this a little bit. So, you know that immediately after he did that, the cancel culture went on Yelp and Google. He got 1-star reviews. Everywhere. Black women, Charles, were saying no. you disrespecting black women. I didn't hear a lot of those black women saying that sister shouldn't be twerking. I heard a lot of women saying that he spoke to them incorrectly.
But that's the argument with a woman anyway, though. I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's not about but it's not about what the problem is. It's about what's getting said in the argument.
Yeah, like what
that's just the nature of the beast.
So should we have? So what about the sisters that canceled that brother, Charles? Give us some of your feedback on that.
At least he got a good cussing out of it. I mean, if you look at it like Aaron's saying, at least he got something out the thing. Because I can't. You mean to tell me I can't ask you how to act in my own house? Come on, man.
All I'm saying is what y'all hear right now is the twerk national anthem. Y'all know when Juvie back that thing up. Come on.
Yeah, for the 9-9.
Look.
Don't be
look, Max. Look, Razor could have his food truck out there on 29, but if back that thing come up, it's gonna be hands on the cart and everything.
Well, they better give me some money,
Charles. There's people sitting at the 11 o'clock service at Mount Johnson Baptist Church, and when that truck ride by, you hear that boom, boom. Somebody's in there like, ooh,
that little get the tablet.
I rebuke that. Sit down, Miss Johnson.
Oh man. Well, all right. So
y'all see how preachers' kids act. Y'all see how preachers' kids act. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, look now. So, but to answer your question, though, like, so I guess my answer to that is Max, and elaborating on what Aaron asked me. Cancel culture is out of control. Anyway,
out of control,
right?
Bro.
Let's let that be known. But it's funny how things can go both ways, though, right? Because people get canceled for being
honorable.
Well, I mean, like they get canceled, like for speaking their piece, like for being free and speaking their mind, or like doing what they feel.
Unless you're a Trump supporter.
Right. So then, in return, we also canceling people, like for just that, like for sort of for having their stance. So it's pretty much you cancel who you don't agree with. Right?
Yeah.
But now on the flip side, I get that folks feel like, hey, well, I mean, it's like. Let them be free. You know what I mean? It's like if that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. Then that
let
connects
them build
to
their own restaurant.
I feel you there, and then that connects to if you didn't want that, then why you playing that music?
That's
clown music.
And I agree.
Okay, so you saying if I play Shoot 'Em Up, to shoot up the club, that go along with it. That's what I'm supposed to go to. Come on, y'all.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is
that. But when he says,
think about it though. That's what you're saying. You got to write.
No.
I done paid $50 for a steak, and you gonna shake your tail. Depending on what time of the month it is for you.
How
on
good
top of my food.
How good was the steak?
Right. No, so
stanky.
So Razor, so you missing my point. My point is from the cancel culture perspective. What I'm saying is that I guarantee you there'll be somebody in this world that be like, well, you shouldn't have played the shoot up song. I'm not saying that's right, but what I'm saying is that's how cancel culture thinks. But I'm not agreeing with it.
Cuss them out.
You know? And the part, and before I kick it over to Max, to close this out with her comments, the part that I'm thinking that we missing is like what star is this restaurant we talking about? I mean, were these people on a date?
Bro,
I saw all women. I saw all women.
It was
packed.
Headed to the club, or definitely before or whatever.
Packed.
They
and even Max, when he said I wanted to create something nice, like that bothered me too. Because I said, bro, it ain't like black people ain't never had a nice restaurant to go to.
Oh no,
like,
no. Aaron, did you look at the restaurant? Did you actually see the restaurant?
I've seen it.
Yeah, no, his restaurant is really nice.
It's a dope spot.
He got like emerald
and
walls
he invested
or something
millions.
like that.
And actually, there was Ricky Smiley had talked to the guy, and the guy he invested like millions of dollars.
Dude, his restaurant is off the chain.
I mean, I was okay with that comment because he wasn't just cussing him out, but he was kind of providing the background of what. But he provided an explanation along with the cussing.
He just added an adjective. That's all. He just told him how to get out of his place. That's all.
So,
but I'm just mad Aaron up in here acting like that if he wasn't up in like Ruth Chris somewhere like that, and he had a girl on a date, like that he wouldn't be like, oh, okay. I mean, like y'all getting
if we go to
what I'm saying? I mean, like y'all getting like because it's a soul food joint. All of a sudden,
you shouldn't have took away they play music at.
You got to write to twerk.
All I'm saying is, Aaron, and I ain't just gonna point out Aaron. I'm gonna say some of y'all be like $100, $200 for this meal. Hey, I mean, like this looks like some good entertainment to me.
Yeah.
Everything goes, man.
Can I say one thing, right? To be serious for a second, we are doing to him what we complain about non-black people doing to us, is that I don't have a right to use what I have the way that I want to use it. I have to use it according to the way that you want to use it. Take, for instance, we was talking earlier about hip hop, our art, our music forms, how we take and everything is about a woman shaking herself or shooting or killing or whatever, right? Like, we don't have other artistic abilities. So if I build something nice, you're telling me that because you support it for your own agenda, because you want to come somewhere nice, I have to allow you to do what you want to do because you paid your money at the door. Nah, I don't agree with that. That's just not me.
Charles, you funny, man.
Ms. Max, take us home. Hey, look.
So I probably don't have a popular opinion here, but it's my humble opinion. Could he have come out and said what he said in a better way? Sure, he could have, right? But it's one of those things where where's the accountability for the women? You know that you're not supposed to be up in nobody's restaurant doing that type of stuff, and this man can come cuss you out, or he can call them people on you. You know what I'm saying?
Which is another problem.
Would you have gone to a restaurant owned by your counterparts and stood up on their tables and danced on their walls and stood on their sofas? Would you have done that? So where was the women to say, what we did was some bull. We know it was some bull. We sorry for what we did. We shouldn't have put him in that. You know what I'm saying? That situation.
Especially after you asked 3 times.
Yeah.
Right. And then, like, I got problems with the way that the fact that the news is even covering it, period. Like, you still got corona, right? You still got,
we talking about
how this man walked out the back of his kitchen and told these people, to stop dancing. And then I feel like he's being a little bit like demasculated, and maybe I'm looking too deep into this.
No. You dead on. Keep going.
To force him to not be able to run his business how he wants to not be able to say his piece, to not be able to speak in the manner that he chooses to. And maybe black man speaking out, everybody get crazy. They don't know how to take it and they interpret it 100 different ways. But I feel like that's what I'm looking at a little bit here. And I have a problem with that. If he apologized, I would feel some kind of way about it. I don't think he did anything wrong.
And Max, truth be told, there are places in Richmond, there are places in Baltimore, there are places in DC, there are places in Maryland to where on a Sunday afternoon, you could go in there for brunch, and there's going to be a DJ, and there's going to be some popping.
Yeah, but that don't mean they got a buck breakers because they sleep at 9.
All right, Max, thanks for that question.
Hey, and again, you can cuss each other out. You can use curse words in your conversations in any other scenario. And now this restaurant, I want to come out and use them, and all hell, I don't think it's right. Ain't right. But yeah, I think we need to take a break. Did we cover it sufficiently, Mr. Simmons?
Twerk Master Flex gives 2 thumbs up.
Do we have enough, content and laughter?
Yeah, I'm definitely talking about twerking for the appropriate level of time today.
All right, Ms. Max.
Yeah, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back.